What's this? Hey!
I got it! There's the crew! Hold on, I'm doing the live stream, guys. Alright, whoop whoop! There's the crew! What's up? I got a ticket! I've been back east!
3 years ago.
Oh my god. I'm doing a live stream. Hi! Oh, hi! I bought a ticket.
Front row.
I bought a ticket. Live streaming. I knew these girls would be here. Okay, so
Our canvassing buddy.
So are you guys going to say anything at Silverman?
We're not going to laugh.
I'm not going to clap. I'm not going to laugh.
Good.
No, we're going to not respond. I'm not going to embarrass him, but
Right.
I'm not
I think that's
I
awesome.
don't even know why she's doing it. She's not
I don't know.
No.
I know. I'm interested. All right, you guys. Love you. When you see your posse, when you see your tribe. This is awesome. So I just need to try to find a seat somewhere.
A little bit lost right now.
Oh no. This is a seat that's open. So guys. Alright, let's see. Those are sold out. I think I'm gonna have to be up here. Do you guys have any seats open here?
I think one.
Can I sit there? Okay. Is anyone sitting here? Just that one? Okay. Thank you. Sorry. Excuse my reach. Okay, guys. Sorry, I look like crap, but I made it in, so I'm happy. So it's gonna start here in just a little bit. Hi, Ricky. Oh, it's back to Ricky Cherry. Where'd Rico Stein go? Hi, guys. So I don't know how long it's gonna be. We're running a little late right now. I know. A lot of people have Standing Rock shirts on. I don't know if you guys can see this gentleman.
Give me like a pretzel and water. If you want to get alcohol, go ahead.
He has the I Stand with Standing Rock shirt. A lot of people do. It's really cool. So it's really nice to see a really big crowd here, guys. I'm about 25 rows back or so, but I still have a pretty good seat. Facebook marker. Oh wow. Yeah, so we're here. Obviously, get Bernie the love. We love him. We're not really happy to start with Silverman. Names. But we're here to give Bernie our love. Can you guys share this? On the other phone.
Well, there you go.
So I'm just trying to get see where we're at. Would that be good enough for you guys? How did I get in, Roberta? I was walking out, and this lady walked by and she said, "Did you get into this inn?" And I said, "No, ma'am, I get a ticket." And she said, "Well, you should ask the people in line." And then she was nice enough, she actually bought me my ticket, and I'm going to pay her after the show. So, just a very nice lady that works here at the Alex Theater. Give her the $40, so yeah, I'm pretty happy. It's a really nice crowd. And then it's all upstairs too. I'm at the bottom. So it's pretty cool. So I'll be zooming in when Bernie comes in. So we should be starting pretty soon. So you guys start like as soon as it comes on, please do the heart so the how do you say that? Algorithm? So it'll start sharing this. So it'll start pumping up in people's feeds, likes and hearts, so we can start building it up. I really want to get this audience built up. So pretty soon, just waiting here. Really cool. I just love hearing the word Bernie. Bernie! 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 Oh, I was going to bring you to do it. That's not Bernie or Busters, that's Bernie! 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 Woo! Do you want me to get out to get in, or? Okay. Right? Thank you. I'm like, let's scream if we're going to do this. Alright, I'm going to put it. I can't really see it. Wait, that doesn't look good. Mom. Bernie! What's up, Facebook world? Did you hear me chant, Bernie, Bernie? How's everybody? What's going on in the world today? I've been out here. You guys know. Anything happen? Anything wonderful? This is not my good lighting. So hopefully he'll be coming out just shortly. There's a lot of people here. I'm going to flip it. You can see it's a really beautiful theater. It's just gorgeous. I wish you guys could be here. I don't know how I lucked out. I mean, I lucked out. We're all going to a place downstairs called The Famous after, a whole bunch of us. The Famous, the bar right down. And that's the street where a whole bunch of us are going to go. I don't know. I'm from Pasadena. I don't know. Like, I don't get on Rigolet now. I don't leave the bubble. You're from Pasadena, too, huh? From Pasadena, right? Okay.
Yeah, we're in Sunland now. I work in Burbank, but I haven't been here in so long.
Right? It's great.
Linda's so far.
Oh, you're going to hear booze from my end. Tulsi's going to Standing Rock. Perry, you're going to Standing Rock. God, I want to go with you. Are you leaving from Southern California, Perry? I saw that you're charging it. I'm going to send you $10 no matter what, just for gas or food or whatever.
So we don't know what's going to happen.
This girl's not kicking me out. I'm not letting her be the one who kicks me out. Okay, ready? Sarah Silverman faces. That's her. Santa Clarita Valley. How long are you going to be gone for? I think I'm going to go with you, Perry. Can you send me your number in a private message? Is it Thursday to Thursday or Friday to Friday? I think I can switch a few things around. I think I'll go with you. I think it'd be important. So, yeah, I'll probably go with you. I can help you with gas and stuff anyway. We can bring a picnic basket, and then I guess I'll make sure Ed knows. And then I'll go get some supplies. Here he comes. Okay, guys. Oh, no? Woo! Oh, it's hard to hear me. I'm sorry. Just PM me your number, and I'll send you a text. If I can arrange it, I will go with you. I think I'm gonna go to the toy store and get like Uno cards and Cards Against Humanity and stuff that people could do passing time when they're bored. You know, there's like a lot of time up there. So if anybody, there's Nancy. Nancy!
My other phone fell. Oops.
Because we got a new Costco.
There's
They made a
Melissa!
bigger one.
Melissa! Hey, Melissa. Melissa, when you're done, do you have cash on you? And I can pay that lady and then I can pay you right back when we go to the bank or the ATM? Okay. Thank you. So there's my crew. Woo woo! There's Nancy, if you guys want to get another angle. Melissa Michelson. Woo woo! Oh, this is the troublemaker. Woo woo! That's pretty cool, guys. Alright, guys. So that was Mrs. Sanders. It was Jean. It was Jean.
Nicest lady in the world.
Dumped me off.
Sorry guys, I'm using both hands.
Alright, guys. So pretty soon, if Jane just sat, we were supposed to start at 7 and we're a little behind. So you guys start sharing this, please. Start putting hearts and likes on this. Let's get it started. Here's coming. He's going to be right here coming out. So. Or maybe he's gonna, I don't know. So Jane came out right there. Thanks you guys, hearts and likes. Let's put this algorithm up. Jane. Zoom in. Live stream. There's Nancy. Oh God, you guys do have signs. We have signs. All right, here, I'll my group.
you've been waiting, so I won't go on too much. But I did want to give a warm welcome and hope you join me in giving a warm welcome to our special guest, Jane Sanders, who is in the Thank you. And again, I know you guys have been waiting, so I will not keep you waiting any longer. Please join me in welcoming to the stage Senator Bernie Sanders.
Silverman's going to come up and we'll talk together. And then we're going to answer some of the questions that you guys wrote out. And we'll go from there. We're here to talk about a book that I recently wrote, which I think you'll enjoy. But I have the feeling there are one or two things other than the book on your mind. So let me talk about that for a while before I get to the book. Let me just tell you what you already know, and that is, for a start, Hillary Clinton won the popular vote by over 2 million votes. In his delusional manner, Mr. Trump has not recognized that, but nonetheless, it is a fact. And what that fact means is that everybody in this room should know that Mr. Trump does not have a mandate. He lost the mandate. And the other point to be made, and it should give us all strength as we figure out how to go forward, is that on every important issue, or virtually every important issue facing the American people, it turns out that the American people are on the side of a progressive agenda. And that's important to understand and not to forget. On issue after issue, whether it's raising the minimum wage to a living wage, overwhelming American support for that idea. Pay equity for women, so we end the uncertainty. Overwhelming support. Putting millions of people to work rebuilding our crumbling infrastructure. Overwhelming support. Demanding that Mr. Trump and his billionaire friends start paying their fair share of taxes. Making public colleges and universities tuition-free. Addressing the planetary crisis of climate change. So the point that I want to make is that when Republicans come forward, as they will, because this is their DNA, and they come forward and they say, we have to give huge tax breaks to billionaires and cut Social Security, Medicare, and Medicaid, they are representing virtually nobody in America except the billionaire class. Don't forget that. It seems to me that as we try to figure out how best to deal with the President Trump, and I am as reluctant as you are to say that phrase, there are several areas that I think we have got to be clear. And the main point that I'm going to be making all evening is that please do not believe that members of Congress can do this alone. We need a mass movement of millions of people who are engaged and what I'm begging of you tonight, what I really am begging of you tonight is rethink your role in the political process. It's great that people vote every 2 years or every 4 years. We need more than that. We need people to be engaged 365 days a year. Different people will respond in different ways and to different issues. Right? Now, that's good. That's a good thing. And you have to think about how you can be effective. But I will tell you that being effective is far, far more than just voting every 2 years or every 4 years. We'll talk about that. Where it seems to me, we are a democracy and people have different ideas about federal aid to education or healthcare or environmental stuff and so forth. But there are some areas that I think, as progressives, we must not compromise one iota, and that is in the whole area of bigotry. As I think all of you know, to the degree that Trump talked about any issues, the one issue that he kept talking about, in many ways the cornerstone of his campaign was bigotry, was horrendous insults against Mexicans, against women. He is a man who led the so-called birther movement, which was a racist effort to undermine the legitimacy of the first African-American president we have ever had. He is at war with a major religion in the world, Islam, and on it goes. And I think I don't have to tell anything to the people here, because you all know this, that if you think back on the history of this country and what we have struggled against, what very, very brave people hundreds of years ago to today have struggled to try to not cheat or rip off or lie to Native Americans, a problem we'll discuss tonight that's going on right now in Stanford. Way back, before we became a country, when the settlers first came here and the outrageous things that were done to Native Americans, and obviously we all know about the abomination of slavery and all kinds of racism and racial discrimination against African Americans. People couldn't have the right to vote. People were lynched for trying to be able to vote. And we talk about the struggle of women. It's easily forgotten, and many young people don't even know this, and we take it for granted today. But 100 years ago, women were not running for president of the United States. 100 years ago, women did not have the right to vote. 100 years ago, women could not go to the schools and get the education that they wanted or get the jobs that they wanted. When we think about discrimination, all of us know the struggles of the gay community for dignity and the kinds of persecution and humiliation that the LGBT community went through forever. And when we look back and we see all of those struggles and all of that, those efforts, the discrimination against the Irish, against the Catholics, against the Jews, against the Italians, what we can say as a nation with some pride is that over a 200-plus year period, we have made real progress in fighting that type of discrimination and becoming a less discriminatory society. If we were here 20, 25 years ago, and I said to you, I think by the year 2008, an African American would be elected president of the United States and then re-elected, very few people would have believed that that would be possible. If I said to you 10 years ago that gay marriage would be legal in every state in this country, very few people would have believed that that would be possible. But as a result of the struggles of millions and millions and millions of people to fight that type of discrimination, we have come a long way. And our message to Mr. Trump is we are not going back. This is the time and all kinds of discrimination, that we have got to stand united at the grassroots level. But this is an area that we just cannot compromise on. The other area, another area that we cannot compromise on, in my view, is the reality that Mr. Trump ran for president claiming that climate change was a hoax. Well, climate change is not a hoax. It is one of the great threats that our planet faces. And the evidence is now in, the scientists are in virtually unanimous agreement. Climate change is real. It is caused by human activity. It is already causing devastating problems all over our country and all over the world. And if we do not get our act together and take on the fossil fuel industry and transform our energy system away from fossil fuel to energy efficiency and sustainable energy, I worry very much about the kind of planet we are going to be leaving to our children and our grandchildren. So that is an issue that we just cannot compromise on. We have got to transform our energy system. Trump is going to have to start listening to the scientists and not just to the fossil fuel industry. And we're going to have to figure out, one of the challenges that we face is how do we go forward? We'll talk about that tonight. But this is an issue that is just too important, not only for our country, but for the entire world. Because if the United States withdraws from the fight against climate change, there's no reason to believe that China or India or Russia or other countries will go forward. And then you're really looking at an imperiled planet. So this is an issue that we've got to stay fiercely involved in. Another issue out there, there are a million issues, but these are some of the key ones, which is very important, and I ask all of you to watch it closely. Just the other day, it was yesterday, as a matter of fact, it's hard to keep up with Trump's tweets. He said, and I quote, millions, in claiming that he actually would have won or did win the popular vote, he said, quote, millions of people who voted illegally, end of quote. Well, that is total and absolute nonsense. Nobody who knows anything about the election process believes that that is true. But what he did, you should all understand this, when he said that, what he was really doing is sending a message to Republican leaders all over the country that they have got to increase their efforts toward voter suppression. That's what that message was about. And the point is to say that we don't want immigrants voting. We're citizens. We don't want young people voting. We don't want people of color voting. We don't want poor people voting. We don't want elderly people voting. We don't want people voting who might vote against us. So you got to figure out ways to keep them from voting. And voter suppression is going on right now in state, Republican state after state after state. It is a very serious problem. I think Trump has just given the signal that he wants to make it even worse. He wants to nationalize it rather than just have it on state by state. Now, there are states in this country, like California and Vermont, by the way, that have done exactly the right thing. And they are making it easier for people to vote. Our goal in terms of the electoral process is to make it as easy as we can to allow people to participate. We want to have one of the highest voter turnout rates in the world, not one of the lowest. Republicans are very clear about this. They don't want high turnouts. They do not want poor people voting. They don't want people of color voting. They don't want young people voting. They're very clear about that. So we have got to be mindful of what their plan is and figure out an effective way to fight back. And then there's another issue out there, dealing with the fundamentals of democracy. I think all of you know that Citizens United is one of the worst Supreme Court decisions in the history of our country. And what Citizens United said is that billionaires and corporations can spend unlimited Koch brothers are spending unlimited sums of money to buy elections, but they have to now do it through independent expenditures. They can't, there's a limit to how much money they can give to a candidate. Not very much, actually. So they can spend hundreds of millions of dollars running ugly TV ads through some phony group or another. That's legal right now as a result of Citizens United. For Republican leaders, they want to go further than Citizens United. What they want to do is eliminate all campaign finance regulations, which means that the Koch brothers or some other billionaire can come up to somebody and say, okay, we're running you for governor of California. Here is a check for $200 million. Here is your campaign manager. There's your speechwriter. There is your media person. You now work for me. I will direct your campaign. That is what they want. So if you combine the issue and their aggressive efforts toward making it harder for people to vote, with their other aggressive efforts to allow billionaires to now literally employ candidates, we have a major, major threat to the fabric of American democracy. Those are some, just some. Sarah and I will be discussing other issues.
Election fraud in the primaries! Address it, Bernie!
And then we can discuss that too. What I want to say is, I want to just mention to you that in my view, if you think that Trump won just because all of his supporters are racist, sexist, homophobes, you would really be missing. No, not the case. I don't believe that at all. I think some of them certainly are. I don't think the vast majority. I think what ended up happening is that we live in a very siloized world, which means that groups of people here, we all end up associating with people who are like us. People say, how did Trump win? I don't know anybody who voted for Trump. And you talk to Trump's people, they say, I can't believe she got the popular vote. Nobody I know voted for Clinton. All right? But that's because we end up living in our own worlds, and our friends often have the same views that we have. But I do want to make one point. And that what Trump did, which was, I think, 100% dishonest, but very clever and very effective. What he said, of all people, what he said is that I, Donald Trump, I hear your pain. And I will take on the establishment, whether it is the political establishment, the economic establishment, or even the media establishment. That's what I, Donald Trump, will do. And what he touched in many, many parts of this country is a pain and a level of despair which you never, ever see on television. And it is very rarely discussed, but it is real. And let me just mention some of what I observed during the campaign and what I think Trump talked about. Everybody here should know that in the United States today, median household income, the family right in the middle of our economy, is earning about $1,400 less today than they were earning in 1999. Listen to this one. The real median income of full-time male workers, that male worker right in the middle of the economy, is $2,100 less than it was 43 years ago. Wow. Over the last decade, 81% of American households saw flat or falling incomes. Okay, now I want you to just think about the world as it exists today. I don't know if we have any single moms in the audience tonight. We have some. I don't know how anyone could be a single mom. Tell you the truth. That's incredible courage. So, thank you, single moms. I don't quite know how you do it. But here's the story. You're a single mom, Los Angeles, Burlington, Vermont. You're making $40,000 or $50,000 a year. Do you know how much child care costs? Anyone know? $12,000, $15,000, $20,000 a year. All right, just Maybe you're married. You and your husband are making $70,000, $80,000 a year. You're doing okay. You're paying $15,000 a year for child care if you have one kid. There are 28 million people in this country today who have no health insurance, despite the gains of the Affordable Care Act, and many more who are underinsured with high deductibles and high co-payments, including people in this room. So what does it mean if you get sick and you have a high deductible and you can't go to the doctor? How do you feel about the politicians who represent you or the political system that you live in? Right now, 1 out of 5 Americans who go to a doctor to get a prescription, 1 out of 5 cannot afford to fill that prescription. All right? So you're sick, you go to the doctor, you can't even afford to fill that prescription, while the drug companies made $50 billion in profit last year and poured $131 million into Proposition 61 to make sure that California did not lead the country, by the way, in taking on the drug companies. How do you feel today if you're a worker out there making 11 or 12 bucks an hour and you're going nowhere in a hurry? How do you feel if you are somebody who worked hard to go through college and you got a $50,000, $60,000 debt and you are earning 14 bucks an hour and you're not paying off that debt? How do you feel if you are a worker today, 55 or 60 years of age, one of the 50% of older workers who has, you know how much money 50% of older workers have in the bank as they approach retirement? Who knows?
Under 10,000.
Zero. Put yourself in that person's position. You've worked your whole life, you're going to retire in 5 or 10 years, you are scared to death. You're getting sicker, you're getting more frail, you don't have a nickel in the bank as you head into retirement. I was in a county called McDowell County in West Virginia. Nobody knows about McDowell County, southern part of West Virginia. It turns out that in that county, as well as many parts of Kentucky and other parts of this country, white working class people now, for the first time in the modern history of America, are dying at a younger age than their parents. What history has been about in terms of longevity is I will live on average a longer life than my parents, who will live a longer life than their parents, and so forth and so on. Public health and health care has made us expand life expectancy. Right now, there are millions of white working class people who are dying at a younger age than their parents because of the despair that they are feeling. They're going nowhere at all. Their kids are going nowhere, and they are doing drugs. They are doing alcohol big time, and they are committing suicide. That is the kind of despair that many people feel. And that's in white working class areas. Then you go to African American working class areas. In bigger cities, you see unemployment rates for young people 20, 30, 40%. Go to Baltimore, Maryland, where I did, you got tens and tens of thousands of people in that city addicted to heroin, and there is virtually no treatment available to them. Go to a Native American reservation like Pine Ridge in South Dakota, and you will find that the life expectancy of people on that reservation are the same as it is in Guatemala, a poor third world country. Unemployment off the charts, youth poverty off the charts, youth suicide unbelievably high. Point is, there are a lot of people hurting in this country, and they're hurting quite badly. The economy today is better off than we were 8 years ago. That's true, no doubt about it. But sometimes in that discussion, we feel, we forget just how many people are in pain, see no future for themselves or their kids. And that is what Trump tapped into. Now, I happen to believe that Trump is a phony. And I happen to believe that he is not going to deliver on any of the promises that he made. But I also happen to believe that one of the reasons that Trump won is because of the weakness of the Democratic Party. Chuck Schumer, who is the Senate leader, Democratic leader, to be a part of the leadership team. And in that leadership team, my job is to do outreach, and I assure you I will do outreach. What we are going to try to do is completely restructure and reform the Democratic Party, make it into a grassroots party, which welcomes working people and young people and people who are prepared to demand that we have an economy and a government that represents all of us and not just the 1%. Some of you may know a congressman from Minnesota. His name is Keith Ellison. And I am strongly supporting Keith to become the new chair of the Democratic Party. I do just say a few words about the book, and then we'll get Sarah out of here.
No hurry.
The book is basically two parts. First part talks about our campaign, and it talks about, we started off with no political organization, no money, no name recognition, and we ended up winning, taking on the entire Democratic establishment, taking on the media, taking on everybody. We ended up winning 22 states, 46% of the pledge delegates. Most proud, and what is in fact most significant, in every state in the country, including California, we ended up winning big time the young people's vote. I'm not just talking about people 20 years of age and younger. I'm talking about people 40 years of age or younger. We made it very clear that they want the Democratic Party, they want this country to move in a progressive direction. And I mentioned in the book, one of the great joys that Jane and I had as we went around the country and we ran up and down your beautiful state, is going to some of the farm country and doing rallies in the evening and looking out at crowds of 5,000, 10,000 people, maybe more, and seeing young Latinos and blacks and young whites and Native Americans. It was an incredibly moving experience to see so many beautiful people, young people, working people who love this country dearly, but who know that we can become much more than we are right now. So I left the campaign with a sense of optimism, more optimism in a sense than when I began. I want you all to know, I know these are tough times. There are extraordinary people all over this country. Wonderful, wonderful people.
That's right.
So our job, and it is not an easy job, and I don't have all the answers, and nobody I know does, and we're going to have to come to this together. How we bring millions and millions of people together who know that in the wealthiest country in the history of the world, which is what we are today, if we put our mind to it, if we do not allow demagogues to divide us up by race or sexual orientation or whatever, if we stand together, there is nothing we cannot accomplish. It is my pleasure to bring on stage somebody that all of you know very well. One of the great entertainers in America, Sarah Silverman.
You're ridiculous, Sarah! You're ridiculous! You suck! You suck, Sarah Silverman! Fine, I got kicked out. I figured I would. Bernie or bust, sister! Bernie or bust! You're ridiculous, Sarah!
I got kicked out. I figured I would, guys.
sorry. Oops, shit, sorry about that. Thank you. Hold on. Thank you. Have a good night. Do we still get the book out here? Is the book out here? I still need to get my book. My book. I still need to get the book. I didn't get it earlier. Thank you. Thank you. So just get my kissing? Perfect. Mm-hmm. Okay. Awesome. Thanks, you guys.
Yeah, you can hold on.
Oh, okay. Awesome. Thank you. Are you guys with Bernie? Or the here, the Romans? Okay, yeah. Awesome. At first I thought it was in Pasadena.
It was. Yeah.
Oh, it was earlier?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Yeah. All right, do you guys know if there's an ATM? The lady bought my ticket for me, the lady that works here. I need to pay her back. Do you know if there's an ATM anywhere? The guy at the door might know, because she's with the theater. Okay. All right, thanks, guys. Thank you. All right, I'll be back. I'm just going to bring that money back to her if I can find her. Okay. I got kicked out. Escorted out. Hi, I was wondering, one of the ladies got me a ticket and I need to pay her back and I'm trying to recall her name. She was one of the ladies in line. Would I be able to give you ladies the cash? She's one of the employees that works here. Was there a Mary? She works here with you guys. She bought, I needed an extra ticket and a lady was selling them at the end and she paid for it. She works here. She's one of you guys. Is there a Mary here?
In the box office.
No, she...
Catherine in the box office window? With the Alex Theater? Or with the Brahma? Did she have an Alex shirt on?
She had something on that she took off. Gosh, okay. All right, well, I'm going to go get the money and then I'll come back and I'll look for her. Okay, thank you. I got kicked out. What's up? Oh, other people. Okay, so other people are live streaming it. So you can go to the Bernie Sanders Brigade. We got stopped filming too. I mean, I got more stuff than you guys had. Yeah, so go to the Bernie Sanders Brigade. What do you guys say? I said, you suck, Sarah Silverman. Grow up. That's all right. How immature, huh? Well, I think I'm pretty fucking amazing, so that's all that matters. So, no, I want her to know why we don't want her. You're making fun of us, Bernie or bus people, and any of you that are standing up for what the fuck is her name? Sarah Silverman? Fuck you. How about that? Fuck you too. You want me to say it to you? I'll say it to you all day long. You don't know what I went through for 16 months. You don't know what other people went through. And to be told at the convention that we're ridiculous? Fuck you. Say it. Come on, say it. Bring it. Fuck you. I have the right to say whatever I want. You don't like it, don't watch my fucking feeds. Understand? I don't like what you say. And don't say I'm immature and make fun of me. Fuck you. How about them apples, huh? How about them fucking apples? So, anyway, I'm gonna go have myself a drink and a smoke. And I did the right thing. I don't give a shit. I represent it because no one else has the balls to say it. Nobody. I do. So, good. I'm glad they're friends. I'm glad they're friends. You can be friends all day long. You don't tell me I'm being ridiculous. No, not me, not my crew. So, anyhow, it was worth it. Bernie Sanders Brigade, though, is showing a live stream. So, make sure you guys tune into that. And, yeah. I did represent, damn it! I am gonna have 2 drinks. I'm gonna go, I don't even know where I'm actually going. Oh, I went the wrong way, hold on. So, did I get it on camera? Yeah, I was on live stream. I got kicked out. I got kicked the fuck out. Like, 2, they all came up on me. They were like, grab your stuff, and like, grab my arm and stuff. I was like, damn. It's not the first time I've been kicked out of somebody. Not the last. So there's some like maybe a little bars down here. I'm gonna show you guys where I'm at. And there's a place called The Famous. I don't know. But I'm in I gotta stop for a minute. My heart. Oh my god. All right, guys. I gotta stop. Okay, so who's mad at me? Sarah sucks. Yeah, she does. I'm gonna pin that comment, man. Best stream ever. I am too much, huh? I am gonna have a drink. When you said election fraud, I was lit. Yeah. Oh, you guys, it's awesome. I love you guys. I just, you know, it's just a slap in my face. It's a slap in all of our faces that we worked so hard, and to be told to fall in line and to follow election fraud and not to stand up for it. Nope, sorry, won't do it. I'm gonna stand up for what I believe in. I am going to be a voice for those that couldn't be here tonight. You're damn right I was gonna stand up. You're damn right I was gonna make sure she felt like she wasn't wanted, because she wasn't. And I think it's just really important that, you know, if you have morals and goals and things that you want to do and say, do them, because that was worth every cent and every whatever. It was just awesome. So I think it's just really important that, you know, I stick to my bitchy self and who I am. So I love you guys. I'm gonna go find a drink and watch the live stream. So check out the Bernie Sanders Brigade live stream right now. I think, and Nancy Kim. All right, guys. Peace and love. I gotta rewatch this. I'm so excited. I got kicked out. Fuck Sarah Silverman!